Good morning. Happy Friday. Sean Hammond here with you for your Friday weather briefing on Laker Country here on the YouTube channel and Facebook as well. Thank you for tuning in. Going to be a busy next few days. Got an active weather pattern that's going to be taking shape, so let's get right into it now. There's the radar at, we're at about 5:45 this morning, 15 minutes away from 6 a.m. You can see we got some shower activity over just to our west, approaching, going to be coming into our neck of the woods, probably within the next couple of hours or so. You can see as we zoom things out, not really any lightning occurring with those. That's mostly just rain showers. Severe weather to our south and west. Got a few tornado warnings in portions of Arkansas and going into Mississippi as well. Speaking of severe weather, let's pull up the severe weather risks for today. And there's the severe weather threat. Valid this morning. You can see that darker green area, which is over pretty much all of Kentucky with the exception of the far eastern and northeastern portion of the state. That is a level 1 threat, a marginal risk for severe weather, for the potential for strong to severe storms. And actually, we may not even have... if we have any kind of severe thunderstorm warnings, you may not have any thunder or lightning. You could have a shower with very high winds, and we'll get into the wind situation in just a moment. But not expecting any kind of major outbreak, but we could have a few storms that reach severe status, and the main threat, we will jump over to that, is going to be damaging winds. That's it's really all we have on the board. It's going to be mostly a wind type of event. And speaking of winds, the Weather Service in Louisville issued this at 5 o'clock this morning. The counties shaded in purple, which include pretty much all of the Lake Cumberland area with the exception of Pulaski and Wayne counties. That is a high wind warning, and that is going to be in effect starting at 11 this morning until 6 this evening. We could have wind gusts outside of thunderstorms, gusts as high as 50, maybe even close to 58 miles per hour. Now, we're not expecting this to be like the big wind event we had in March of last year. And when I say wind gust, I'd want to make very clear, we're not saying that winds are going to be 50 miles per hour constant. You could have a gust up to 50 or 58. But there could be a few power outages and just something to keep a close watch on. But again, that is the threat for today. And like I said, high wind warning, maybe a few strong to severe storms. So now let's pivot. Everybody keeps talking about the potential for snowfall early next week. Now, y'all know I hate trying to do these snow forecasts, but we'll check it out and see what the models are telling us this morning. So this is the potential snowfall accumulations. This is coming off the GFS model. You can see by end of Saturday, some spots may pick up maybe a dusting of snow. By the time the system in our region today moves through, on the backside of it, we may have a few snow showers. But let's push this thing up to Monday into a Tuesday. And look at that swath of snowfall that comes in on Monday morning and into Tuesday and Tuesday morning. This run of the model is wanting to try to put 2 to 3 inches of snowfall for much of the region. Now, again, we're starting to get a little bit more consistency here. The GFS was trying to spit out 6 inches the other day, but again, with the system coming in on Monday and a Tuesday, and it being Friday, still too early to tell. Let's see if the models are beginning to agree with each other, though. Let's jump over now to the European model, and you could see. Let me back that up a little bit. And the European is like, I don't see it. That's what the European's saying. So you really prefer to have models agreeing. This run of the European is maybe a dusting for portions of Kentucky, but it's keeping the more heavier snowfall off to our north. Let's go into the Canadian model, see what that is telling us. Now, the Canadian model is ran pretty heavy, and it's once again doing it. The Canadian model wants to try out close to a foot of wants to try to throw out a foot of snow for the Lake Cumberland region. I don't expect anything like that. Again, the Canadian sometimes likes to be a little bit heavier, but still, you don't like to see the models disagreeing with each other. That's what makes it so tough to forecast. So be watching social media for our call for snowfall possibly coming in on Saturday or Sunday. Just you don't want to jump the gun on these things because then people get upset because they wanted snowfall and all that. But we'll be keeping a close watch on it. But like I said, just so many different factors right now. I want to wait until we get some of the shorter range models in play. That will give us a much better idea. So again, could have a few strong to severe storms today. There's the severe weather outlook. Level 1 marginal risk. Main threat will be high winds. Speaking of high winds, even without storms, we will have gusty winds. A high wind warning in effect for the region goes into effect beginning at 11 this morning. We're going to be watching the weather all day long. We'll keep you up to date with the very latest. If any watches or warnings are issued, just keep it tuned in to Laker Country 1049 and also on our social media outlets as well. Folks, that will do it for today's weather briefing. Thank you for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and I will update you all as necessary.